What's going on, YouTube? Um, I just wanted to talk about the drama that's taking place in crypto. Besides the normal volatility, and risky nature that you find in the market, there's um there's a certain aspect of the market that right now is filled with some drama, and I think it's unfortunate. I really do think it's unfortunate, where people become see the problem that I find with a lot of these platforms that are in cryptocurrency space that promote earning passive income, promote earnings, earning crypto, exchanging crypto for fiat, for money. Money brings the worst out of people, and that's something that you can't ignore, you can't forget, because when you are in a platform and then you have issues where you're not able to sell whatever crypto you're trying to sell, where you're unable to trade your crypto, when you're unable to retrieve your earnings and profit due to whatever's taking place on the platform, it stops a person from believing in what cryptocurrency is, because you now are stuck. When you relinquish, when you give away, especially when you're unable to sell, you're actually giving away your power to something else that's blocking you from achieving your profits, and that can hurt severely. This reminds me of BitConnect a year ago, when BitConnect shut its lending down. It was a disaster. It was a mess. It was a complete mess. For those who were involved, you saw so many videos of people displaying hate, anger, frustration towards the platform, and especially and particularly towards those who promoted BitConnect. I mean, you could still see the effects today, the reeling effects today, because there's a platform now that's taking place, and I'm not going to mention the name of the platform. I'm not. There's no point in that, because it's about, again, understanding what you're getting involved with before you get involved with cryptocurrency. Just like any so-called investment, always comes with a risk. And folks always talk about being transparent. There's two sides to that. Yes, you can, if you're transparent and you can open up, the books, so to speak, you can see how something is functioning. But that also brings a certain level of criticism. That also brings a certain level of vulnerability. That also brings scrutiny and regulations to control, to govern. When you don't have transparency, now you have an issue of lack of trust, in a sense. But if you're in crypto, no one knows, excuse me, who Satoshi Nakamoto is or who they are. We don't know if Satoshi is male or female, or if Satoshi Nakamoto is a group of people. But we do know that Bitcoin right now is in its 10th year anniversary in operation. Bitcoin is on the forefront, is the leader of all crypto. Bitcoin is the leader of all crypto. So there's no transparency there as far as knowing who people who created it are. But it's functioning, it's working, it's there for a reason. There's blockchain, there's the technology, there's a ledger involved where it's you can't change anything that's recorded on this ledger. It can't be hacked. It can't be any transactions that are done cannot be reversed. What's going on, viewers? Island Crypto. It's transactions are irreversible. But it's sad. It's sad to see the worst of people come out when they can't get their monies when they want. It's who to blame. It's a thing about who do you blame? Who do you go after? Who do you try to take down? And people, it discourages people from getting into it because they see, look, if I get into this is what's going to happen. If something goes wrong, people are going to attack me. People are going to try to attack not only me, but my loved ones, because it's human nature. Money brings the worst out of people, especially the element of greed. It brings the worst out of people. I don't know how, because I'm in the United States, so I don't know how other countries deal with the drama that can be created in cryptocurrency if they invest in a platform and the platform is not working out or they exit scammed. Is there any backlash or outrage similar to what takes place in the United States? I mean, with BitConnect, pictures of individuals were put out on social media. All types of memes, all types of threats were made against these people. Their names were put out on court documents. Trolls were just attacking these people to this day. Everyone does not have the same fortitude to be able to defend themselves. And if you're trying to do something and tell people about something because you believe in it and it doesn't work out, then it's almost like, again, because you were the spokesperson for the platform and something happens to where the platform shuts down, pun intended, then you're at fault, especially if you brought other people. This is how people feel. Again, it's going back to human nature. Nothing is perfect in the world, but it's so sad to see YouTubers attack each other. YouTubers attack each other, because what's the end result? What are you going to get out of attacking somebody? The people who filed the class action lawsuit against BitConnect and the promoters in BitConnect. There was a loss there, so you're angry and you want to become whole because you lost money. I get that. You lost your money, you want to become whole. Who wouldn't want to retrieve or try to defend themselves by any means necessary? But they sought the help of SEC. They sought the help of a governmental body to investigate something that you don't even know what you're investigating. You don't even know who to really identify who's running these platforms because they're behind the scenes for a reason. But who are they going to attack first? They're going to attack folks like Craig Grant, Trayvon James, etc., etc. Crypto Nick, a boy, a 17-year-old kid. These guys, all they did was document. Well, I'm not going to say all they did was document, but people say they documented their progress or their journey in crypto. And again, this is why I say promotion sort of killed cryptocurrency, because when you talk about something, whether people want to do the due diligence or not, they're going to look into it on their own and sometimes just believe what you say and follow whatever it is that you're doing by default. They're going to follow whatever it is that you're doing by default. And when things don't happen the way it's supposed to happen or the way it's promised, automatically you'll be upset. And it makes sense. It makes sense. But then when people, it's just so much going on, especially with this one particular platform where you have people who worship, like the words worship, it's not about worshiping anything. What are you worshiping? Worship and idolize and praise and trust and believe and have faith. You might as well go join a church. I mean, this is not because look what's happening now. Look what's happening now. You have a man who supposedly was living somewhere and now has to flee because of threats. He put himself out there on Front Street, invited people to his home. Things are not working out. So there's dissension within the ranks. There's so much infighting, it's not even funny. You don't know now, where's the trust now? Where's the faith? Where's the worshiping? Where's the idol? It's just that stuff that there's no space. You can't, when you're involving money with anything that you're doing, you have to separate your feelings. You have to separate your faith, so to speak, and these terms of worship and being friends and trusting people. That take that out of the picture and keep it to the simple brass tacks. This is what I'm taking a risk in doing, and that's it. Let the chips fall where they may. I can't not, you can't waste your energy trying to make friends and these attachments and all this extra belief. I get it because we're human, but then look what's taking place now. Look what's taking place now. Is all this faith and belief and worship helping you retrieve your crypto earnings? No, because people allowed their anger to step aside, to not step aside, to influence their decisions because they don't like X, Y, and Z. They don't like what's taking place. BitConnect, again, created something that was unknown. No one was prepared for the effects that BitConnect brought to the world. No one was prepared for that because you're still dealing with the human factor. Once that shut down, people just, I mean, it was devastating, So folks are still trying to chase that type of dragon because that was good, right? Every day, whoever was in BitConnect was earning something. Then BitConnect got hugely criticized. They shut down a year ago. Since then, you've had smart contracts come up to try to duplicate or mimic, some type of passive earning type of thing. But then that's like that kind of like died down. Other programs or platforms have come and gone because they were pure scams as well. Now you have, this opportunity to get into this coin that's supposed to dole out Ethereum, but then it's not working out because we're at a point right now, we meaning the cryptocurrency and people who are involved in it are at a point right now where they can't take out what they need to take out. People don't want to buy because you're seeing all kinds of infighting taking place on YouTube. People are, it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's insane to me. It's insane to me. These are just my opinions, but I see oftentimes, you have people wanting to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but understand what you're putting yourself into. Understand what you're getting involved with, people. Understand. Why does someone's personal information have to be posted on the internet? Why does someone have to just, put themselves in a position where they become attacked or threatened and their families are threatened? There's a person from a promoter, I think from Australia, who they're still trying to investigate because his wife has been missing. They're possibly saying that, she was allegedly murdered. Let me read the chat. Was it? The numbers, of course, didn't add up. Crypto Texan, as far as these inflated figures, they just don't add up. But that's what catches people. When you're saying if you put your money in and it so-called compounds over a period of time, that's the method to lure people in. That's how they grab you, hook, line, and sinker, right? That's what they do to just let you know if you do this, if you put X amount of dollars, just like the Telegram bots, just like these things like Doubly.io that are promising you all these high interest rates on a daily basis. What's the likelihood of these things really lasting? But folks, it's still appealing to people. GoX Pro and these revenue sharing. You give away your crypto, that's it. You could kiss it goodbye. You might as well kiss these things goodbye. And what I find that's also disturbing, personally, what I find disturbing is when people who do speak about the platforms, they'll still say, some will put it out there. They'll say, listen, this is a risky thing. You're not guaranteed anything. It's very risky. And then they'll still talk about it. They'll still talk about it. They have a right to do that. But they still talk about it and, they show how much they're doing. And that appeals to individuals. It's very alluring and intriguing. They want to do the same thing these people are doing. If you see a bunch of numbers on the screen, 1,000, 4 figures, 5 figures, 6-figure numbers that these guys are telling you that they've earned up to this certain point, you're going to want to do the same thing without even not caring about the risk. You're going to say, you know what? Let me take a chance. And then when it falls apart or when they exit scam, people are just at a loss, but they didn't take account into the fact that it can just disappear in one day. I don't understand how folks don't get that. Maybe it's the thing about being the human factor again. You know how many, like since, I think in the last 2 weeks, I've seen Doubly.io, what was another one? GoX, Telegram bots that promise earnings, high interest rates, 1% a day for 99 days. They're following the same thing, the 99 days, 120 days, these things that they'll say, you promised a certain percentage of your crypto back on a daily basis, but you gave away your keys. You gave away your crypto. So someone else has it. They can leave at any point. It reminds me of stuff like Laser Online or BitPetite, where you give them a bunch of money and then you seeing, okay, sure, things are just you're earning this crypto day to day. You think it's gonna last, and it doesn't last. If you bought $1 million in Bitcoin 2012, I mean, you'd be sitting pretty today. You'd be up, way up, way up. But then between 2012 and let's say 2017, that's the thing. You don't know. No one has a crystal ball. Would you know how high? Like once it starts to rise, you're gonna, if you're not, you don't have a plan and you just want to make money and stuff, you could trade it. Some people have huge regrets. What's the famous story that people talk about? The guy who spent 10,000 Bitcoins on 2 slices of pizza. If he would have held that, oh man, that's generational wealth. His great grandkids would have been straight if he would have held that, right? But no one knows. No one knows. Everyone wants, people, not everyone, but people just want that short-term type of gratification. Immediate. You want, BitConnect created a monster when it comes to the lending. That's what I think. Then you had Devor, Regal Coin, Western Coin, Hextra Coin, Gold Reward, Ficoin, Finecoin, all these coins that came out and tried to do the same thing or better than BitConnect and faltered. They all ran. And I'm just naming a few. There were so many more. And to this day, you still find, if you go on YouTube, you find people who are still promoting similar types of things and not educating the people really enough to let them know, listen, there's no promise. How do you, I'm sorry. For example, you know what I found? I found very interesting. What I like personally are the model of masternodes, right? Dash in the crypto space is the first masternode. Control Finance was garbage. I mean, people were talking about Control Finance like this is a business. Like, oh, I have business now. I'm running a business. Control Finance is my business that I'm running. And I'm earning X amount of interest. Control Finance took everyone's money and bounced. And bounced. Microhash, Trade.io. Some of the platforms came out with these sketchy websites where you're just like, this is a joke. Bad actors picked Photoshop. They just slapped something together on YouTube on the website and just put it out there. Hey, look, this is what I'm involved with today. You got to look at who's delivering the message too, and then then they talk about diversification. Diversifying. It's good to diversify. You gotta, hold certain coins, hold some coins that but you gotta also diversify to minimize risk. And these terms, it's a bunch of garbage, man. It's a bunch of like you're diversifying with, then people are gonna, okay, let's say someone wants to hold one Litecoin, $35, $40 Litecoin, but you want to hold that because it's a stable type of coin, or it's been out for several years, and technology, lightning network, blah blah blah, and Bitcoin, you want to possibly be a Bitcoin maximalist, but if you're a maximalist, you don't believe in other coins. So never mind. But you want to hold the Bitcoin because it's rare, scarcity, but you want to diversify, right? And while you're diversifying, here's this X, Y, and Z platform that's promising you high yield interest rates, and you put the bulk of your monies in that. So you're not really teaching people anything because folks are gonna look. Okay, I'm gonna take a little portion. I'm put $50 in Bitcoin. 50, like you playing, poker or gambling. $50 on Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, whatever, and oh, there's this opportunity for me to earn so much today in this platform. Well, I'm gonna put 5,000 in Joe Schmo HYIP, and guess what? 3 days later, they exit scam, and then you out, and then you feeling salty because you're just not well preparing yourself and understanding what you're getting involved with. No doubt about it. There's opportunity to really to do well in crypto. History has shown this. History has shown this. I remember when you could look at Ethereum. I think the ICO for Ethereum was 30 something cents, 35 cents or something like that. Ethereum reached over $1,000 at one point. So if you bought a nice little bag of Ethereum for 33 cents and you held that one Ethereum 33 cents, it would have reached $1,000. You did well. And if you bought it then and still held, you're still doing well too, because I think it's over $100 today. So you're still up. But it's just, you got to kind of strategize. What are you going to do? Are you going to hold forever and wait till it goes up to the moon to get your Lambo? Or are you just going to just kind of like do something else in between, get into something else? Again, going back to the master node thing, right? Dash was dark coin. It was considered a scam, real sketchy. So they they rebranded, became Dash. And Dash now, at one point, I think Dash was under $1. It was under $1 to earn Dash. To buy Dash. Dash reached, I think, over $1,500 in 2017. What a year. That was a crazy year. But as far as earning Dash, earning crypto, locking up your Dash, locking up 1,000 Dash as collateral, to help secure the network, and then be rewarded Dash and be rewarded huge sums of money. It became a point where people were talking, look, this is gonna cost you 1.5 million to get a Dash masternode. That's crazy. Because it just soared, like crypto is just crazy like that. It's volatile. It's volatile. So there's so many different things you can get into as far as cryptocurrency. So many things. Why just keep getting, people, there's nothing wrong with wanting to earn passive. There's nothing wrong, doing very little, next to nothing to earn crypto. But at the same time, know what it is. There's some things that it's not even worth your time. It's not even worth your energy. It's not. Warren Buffett, I learned something from Warren Buffett that's so true that it's just, and it's also undeniable, buy the fear, sell the greed. When people are afraid and they're jumping ship and they want to sell, that's when he bought. I think I read in 1987 during the crash, the stock market crash, Black Monday, October 19th, 1987. Black Monday, the crash. Soon after that crash, Warren Buffett picked up $50,000 worth of Coca-Cola for, I think, each day, for a certain number of days. He amassed all these shares of Coca-Cola because he saw that the stock value in Coca-Cola was way undervalued. $1 million, I think he amassed worth of Coca-Cola. I could be wrong. We're talking about something well over 30 years ago. Today, that same amount, the man receives in dividends alone, dividends, passive income, every 3 months or 4 months, he's getting almost $200 million just off the dividends. Forget about the seed capital. The seed capital is worth billions. Billions. Because he bought low, held on to it, didn't sell, and is living off the dividends. So Dash, when you're talking about masternodes, that's a form of, if you're earning, right? The masternode is paying, giving you rewards. That's another way of looking at dividends, right? Passive income. You're not doing anything. You're just earning. You put up the bulk up front early. You bought cheap. It rose up high. And now you're earning your interest. You're living off your interest. But people, they want to be satisfied quickly, which is not a problem because overnight things can change, right? But it's just, I don't know, minimizing risk, but it's too much drama. Don't involve yourself with the drama in cryptocurrency. You have to move. I think it's important to move with a clear head. To move with a clear head. I'm not, it's crazy because it is appealing. These bots now, Telegram bots are telling you, buy this crypto, buy that crypto, and they're paying you 1% a day or over 1% a day. What is the likelihood of these things lasting 5 years? What is the likelihood of these things lasting a month, a week? You just don't know. So how are you living? Every day you have to be looking at your phone, looking at your computer. You're tense, you're anxious because you want to see the money that's coming in. And then that also builds greed factor because you're like, oh, I'm earning this much now. What if I put more? What if I put more? I can get more of a return. What if I reinvest? This reinvest, I'm telling you, man, that reinvest thing too also created an issue for people. It's created a problem because BitConnect was like that. You see the reinvest button, you want to reinvest so that your pot could be even bigger and larger, and you're seeing these numbers on the screen that you'll never be able to touch. You know how hurtful that, I mean, this is just crazy. So then of course, the ascension, you hear, that's the thing with these platforms too, and the promoting, part of the drama with cryptocurrency. This is part of the drama that I firmly believe hurts the space. It's not just necessarily the affiliate marketing, but when you're promoting your whatever it is project you're promoting, and you put the numbers of the amount of money you're making, why are you doing that? I don't understand that, because if somebody could explain that to me, I mean, I don't, why would you put, is it that you want to show other people that it's working? Because there's a thing where people become jealous, like folks who want your money. People are going to want what it is that you're making, and they're going to hate you for it. It's human nature. It's human nature. So when you say that you have this wallet and it has X amount of crypto in it that translates into a bunch of US dollars, oh, wait a minute here. If the person is not well balanced, because there's a lot of crazy people out here, they're going to go after you. They're going to go after you. That's just common sense. That's just common sense. And then you put your face, you put your, you some people, their family, your children, you put everyone out there. And on top of that, you're having a successful run with crypto Folks, everyone is not out here for your best interest, man. So that's going to create problems and people become jealous and that's going to cause infighting. It's what it is. It's what it is. So be careful. Like, stay away from the drama. Be focused. Be focused on what you're doing. Turn the YouTube off. Step away from the computer. If you in something and you know you comfortable with the way it's running, give it a day or two or whatever. If you have to keep, but you have to also know that you need to be in tune with crypto because it's fast. So if you're in a Discord group, Telegram channel, Twitter, however you stay involved, you keep your ear to the street that way. You remain in tune. But let me tell you, every day you jump, it's going to affect you. It's definitely going to affect you. And it's not worth putting yourself in a position where you have to fight, argue, threaten people, call the police, law enforcement gets involved, SEC and things like that get for what? It's just what my opinion on this. But I gotta go, people. Thanks for watching. Thanks for viewing. And just be safe out here, man. Just be safe. Be focused. Understand what you're trying to do, and be good with the decisions that we make. Take care.